Hey guys, Tony Porter and it's Universal Baseball Association YouTube channel. Hope everybody's doing well. And I started a replay. I picked two Mets pitchers from 1984. This is the season where the Mets started to come together and started to win 90 games, and they did so for the next 6 or 7 years consecutively. So I picked a couple of pitchers, Darling and Gooden, and all I did throughout the whole season is play their starts, right? And I'm going to talk about the results of my replay. So I used the helper, the Replay Baseball PC game helper, but I also used the classic cards to do the 1984 replay rather than the newer cards, right? I got these in a deal back in, I think, 2019, 2020 in a big box with a bunch of other sets. So I had most of the 70 sets, and into the really, I had most of all the sets. I still have a lot of them. I sold a couple, like I think one 1978. I sold that. Um, anyway, so what are we doing here? Let's take a quick look. It is Wallach, Tim Wallach, up facing Dwight Gooden, who's gone over his innings pitched by a little bit, by about 10. So I'm thinking of pulling him, and I think I'm going to do that right here. I'm just going to pull him right now. He is up 1-0 in the top of the seventh. I'm going to bring a guy named Lynch. Ed Lynch will pitch. And then I should finish it off with a guy like a Roscoe or something like that. Let's see. Lynch, Lynch, Lynch. There he is. Ed Lynch is a stuff. So we will go over the stats of the two players and see how close they came to their actual stats. So it's going to be Tim Wallach here with nobody out in the top of the seventh. Wallach in the replay has 17 home runs, 257 average. So here's the pitch from Ed Lynch. And that's a 53. So it's a one. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that is Santana over to first in time, one away. Angel Salazar is next. Bats from the right side against the righty Ed Lynch. Here's the pitch, and that's a 3-6. That's a 46 in column 3. And there's a whole bunch of modifications not there. So what did I say it was? It was a 46 in column 3. And that is okay, this is a switch. So Lynch is a righty. Yep. So it's righty on righty. So that's going to be a 46 is going to be a line drive and a leaping catch by the shortstop Santana to rob Salazar of a hit. So it's an L6, and that's two away. And here comes Hesketh, the starter for the and he can go 7, so he can go one more. Or do I pinch hit with him with 2 outs and nobody on? You know what? I'm going to let him bat. Simplify my life. That's a 2, which is 1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike him out, and that retires the side. All right, so here are the classic cards. I don't know if you can see them. I like to show you what they look like up close and personal. Let me get that a little bit larger for you to see that. This is what they look like. Cards. Classic cards, real thick, extremely thick card stock with a back end replay baseball. So they added some investment in creating backs to these cards, which are really cool. So all right, so it's going to be Darryl Strawberry now. Strawberry is up. Strawberry today, let's look at the box score quickly. Strawberry's 0 for 1 today, batting 251. Let's do it. Let's roll some dice. Darryl Strawberry, Joe Hesketh, pitch, and that's a 2 and a 1. And that's a 42 column 2. That'll be a ground ball right back to the mound, and it's Hesketh over to first, 1 down. Rafael Santana. Column 3, and he swings, and that's going to be a line drive. Caught in the outfield, and shallow center field Reigns. So an L8. And here we go. Mike Fitzgerald now, the catcher for the Mets. That's a 2 of 47. I believe that'll be a strikeout, and it is to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 8th. Score 1-0. New York 1-4-1 for the Mets in 1984, and 0-3-0 for the Expos in 1984. Okay, so the game's moving along. Timmy Raines leads off against Ed Lynch. 1984. And it's going to be 3, which is a ground ball to the third baseman. Picked up by Brooks, Hubie Brooks at third base. Fires a strike to Keith Hernandez, the captain. Here is Brian Little. Pitch from Lynch. Ooh, a 66. That's a 3. That's a 63. What's that going to be? That's going to be a drive down the line. Fair ball into the right field corner. Played. The carom is played by Strawberry, who gets it into Santana in the tag. And ahead of the tag for a 1-out double is Little. So there's the tying run in scoring position here. Brian Little. And it's Andre Dawson. Now, this is a type of situation where you walk this guy. Now, I don't remember what he actually batted, but I do have a card here that shows me what he batted, right? And I got to see, he batted 248. So it wasn't his big I think it was the 1979 season, I think it was. He had a crazy season where he hit, or was it 87? It was 87. He had 50 home runs or something like that. All right, so we're going to face Dawson. Here's the pitch from Eddie Lynch, and that is a 6. It's a 19 column 2. I don't know what that's going to be, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And the runner is at second base, runner on second base with 3.45 speed. So what is Little? Little is going to tag up, and there he goes. He is a 4 speed. He will tag up. So it's a fly ball, center field. Runner goes to third. 2 away. So tying run is 90 feet away, and here's the kid, future Met, Gary Carter. What did he bat? What did he bat in 84? Gary Carter batted 294. Holy smokes, we're better off walking him. And facing Dan Dreesen. What did Dan Dreesen bat? If he's even on here, because he's one of those players. Dreesen played with several teams. He played with 2 teams. The Reds and the Expos. Pete Rose was on the Expos, by the way, in this season. So I don't know what he batted. It doesn't say it. He's not included in this card, although he is in the lineup today. So we are going to face Gary Carter because we don't know what we don't know. And Ed Lynch gets the sign from F. Scott Fitzgerald behind the plate in the pitch. And that's a 61. That's a 3 and a 1. That's a 19. And that's the drive. Right center field on the run is Strawberry. Will he get it? Yes! He picks it up. A nice running catch by Darryl Strawberry in right center field. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Mets are coming to bat. And we're going to bring up a pinch hitter against Hesketh. Hesketh is a lefty, so here we're going to bring in a righty. Ray Knight is going to pinch hit. Let's call on Ray Knight. Yes, we are. All right. Here's the pitch by Hesketh. And, okay, so Hesketh's gotten his 7. So if he allows a base runner, here he goes to his B side. So that's going to be column 6, a 2, and a 5 is an 18, and that's a fly ball. High fly, right field, Dawson. And that is one down here in the bottom of the eighth. Mets lead it 1-0. Now I want to go over the book. So I'm going to do a separate video going over the classic. This is actually book 4 that I use. There's a whole bunch of different books, but this is book 4, which includes a lot of the changes made up to 1984. But you have some addendum sheets like this one. That's another one. And then, of course, you have all the information. All the rules are here in different sheets that I have. Play chart, rule book advances. This is from effective with 1981. Different columns. It gives you different information. But I'm going to go over all that in a separate video so you can see what this. So if you're in the market to pick up one of these sets, you're going to know more or less what you're going to be getting, and you can decide, hey, is this the type of thing I would like or not, right? All right, so it is 1 out, and it's Wilson coming up to bat. And here's the pitch, and that is a 6 and a 4. That's a 2. It's a 61. Column 6, a 61 is going to be a line drive down the line. Fair ball into the corner. Roy Johnson plays the carom. Wilson digging for second. Here's the throw. The tag by Little, safe with a 1-out double. Insurance run. Here's Chapman, who's been hitting the pitch. And it's a 1-5. That's a 2, a 37, and a 1. I believe that's a strikeout. And he bounces one to second base. Runner will advance. So 90 feet away, insurance run now. Hesketh already gave somebody up, so he should be on B. So that's true. So he should be on B. So we will put him on B, and he will be facing Keith Hernandez. Right, it was a 3 and a 5. It would have been something else. All right, 3 and it would have been a 30. Whatever, we're good. Keith Hernandez. Runner on third, 2 outs, bottom of the eighth. Mets lead it by 1. They would love to have an insurance run. Come on now, Keith. Keith is the captain of the Mets. And Mookie Wilson with good speed at third base. Infield with 2 outs is playing back. And here's the pitch by Joe Hesketh. He's on his B side now. And that's a 3-3. So that's going to be a 4 and a 3 and a 35. That's going to be a drive. And that's going to be over the center fielder's head, and one bounce off the wall. Coming in to score is Wilson. Digging for second is Hernandez, and he is safe with an RBI double. Keith Hernandez comes huge, comes through big, clutch. And all right, so we're going to pull the pitcher here. Who's up? A righty. We're going to bring in James, guy named B. James. So let's call on B. James here. You have the tall pitcher cards, which is kind of cool. If you haven't used those, if you get these older sets, you will get these tall pitcher cards. They come with it. And I like the way it fits, where you see the pitcher line. You can do the same with the modern cards, except the third line in the pitcher's matrix will be the line that you use. So anyway, all right, here's Foster. Runner on second, 2 outs. Bob James gets the call, and he's ready. The pitch. And that is going to be a potential second. That's a 2 with the infield back, and that is second base. Second baseman Little is, what is he? Little at second base is a 3. And the 2 is a 4, and that's bounced to second base. Easy play for Little, and that retires the side. We go last licks, top of the ninth. 2-0 Mets. And Mets are going to need a new pitcher. We'll bring in Calvin Schiraldi. Let him pick up a save. Why not? Oh, he's our 5th coming up starter. So let's move away from him. And let's just go to our boy. Actual 31 saves. We're going to go to Orozco. Jesse Orozco for the save. All right. There he is. We'll have his ace stuff. He will be facing Dan Dreesen, who's a lefty. Maybe we should pinch hit. It is towards the end of the... We're going to call on Jim Wolford. He's a right-hander. So Jim Wolford will get the call here. Now, in this replay, I'm playing only the Doc Gooden starts and the Ron Darling starts because I really, really appreciate him as a color commentator on the nightly games that I watch. So Jim Wolford was here. I've seen him before. Where did he go? God knows. He's not around anywhere. Jim Wolford. Excuse me. Venable, Ramos, Ramsey, Scott. Oh, there he is. I knew I've seen him before. So he's going to be a righty facing the lefty. So let's do it. Here's the pitch from Orozco. That's a 1 and a 1. It's going to be a 51, column 2. Don't know what that's going to be. And that's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Picked up by second baseman Chapman over to first. 1 away. So Wolford grounds out. And here is Roy Johnson. Pitch. And that's a 2-3. And struck him out for the second out. Curveball gets Johnson way out in front. And the Expos are down to the last out. Yes, they are. Orozco versus Tim Wallach. Pitch. And that's a 2-1 and a 1. It's going to be a 44 with a number, which I haven't seen that in a while. So it's a 20. It's a 44. 44 column 2. And that is going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. And that'll do it. Tap right back to the mound. Orozco picks it up over to first, and the Mets win it. The Mets. So Gooden gets the victory, 16-10. Mets improve their record to 500, 78-78. The Expos are 82-72. MVP's Keith Hernandez. Orozco picks up his 30th save of the season. Hernandez went 2 for 4. He's batting .308. And that was fun. Gooden went 6 innings, allowed 3 hits. Got his ERA down to 2.60 now. Let's see what we got here in terms of the last few. We're at the end of September for that season. Mets will not win 90 games, but they did win 78. So let's automatic play. We're going to auto play, right? Let me see if you're seeing that. I don't know that you are. Yes, you are. Okay, great. So you can see how I can auto play, right? What I need to auto play to get to the next Mets game. Auto play. Let's do that. Play the day. Then we go to September the 24th. And Denny versus Terrell. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to auto play that. And then we're going to play the rest of the day out and get to Tuesday, September 25th, 1984. Where were you? I know where I was. Who's going here? Let's see. For the Mets, it's going to be Gross versus Darling. Yes, Ronnie Darling. So this time they're going to be playing the Phillies. So not the Expos, but the Phillies. So Darryl Thomas will go here with this group, with this batch. And we will switch all these out. We are going to get a rubber band, the infamous rubber bands. And I have a cover card, so in case rubber band doesn't damage the actual player cards. So who did I say I was looking for? Philly, Gross against Darling. So the Phillies, here they are, and Kevin Gross is right there, and they are away. So they are away. There's Kevin Gross. He's got his A stuff. There's that. Let's take a look at what. So I'm just setting up a quick game to show you how easy and quick it is. Stone, these are my starters here. Corcoran is in there. So I got to find Corcoran and drop him in. So So let's see if we can find Wilson's not there. Matusak's not there. Walkenfuss is not starting. Schmidt is not playing. Greg Gross is not playing. Corcoran is in there. He's after Al Oliver. So let me get him after Al Oliver. And then we'll deal with whatever mistakes or added extra. Well, we could do it right now. Samuel Banning second. Von Hayes, Al Oliver, Tim Corcoran, Ozzie Virgil, Rick Shue. Where is Rick Shue? Oh, I don't think do I have a Rick Shue? I don't think I do. I don't think I have a Rick Shue, so I basically let him start and then just bring in somebody else to play for him. So there is no Rick Shue here, so we're going to just let it roll the way it is, and it's going to be Ronnie Darling, probably in his last start of the season. I don't know yet. He will start there, and I'll play. All right, this is Tony Porter. This is Tabletop Baseball Digest. Well, formerly Tabletop Baseball Digest. Now it's Universal Baseball Association YouTube channel. Remember to like and subscribe, and also join all the. I got a Replay PC game Facebook group. You should join that. Also join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. There's a lot of great stuff that goes on there. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Let me get to my next video. What I want to do on this.